is into CES 2019. What is CES? It stands for the Consumer Electronic Show. It's an event that happens every year. I think it's always in Las Vegas, at least it is this year anyway. And what it basically involves is all of the leading tech companies in the world. Like, if you can think of a tech company there at CES, they all get together and show off all their new products and also some kind of like crazy products they might be kind of prototyping as well. Looking, to the future, it's usually a place where new things get announced, whether that's on, the mobile phone side, the TV side, computer side, that type of thing. If you think how E3 is for like video games, CES is for everything else, basically. And there's already been a few announcements and some interesting things going on. So I thought we'd do a video and kind of just look through some of the stuff that's been announced. I'm a massive fan of all kind of tech things, to be honest with you, especially computers, obviously, as you guys probably already know. Although I don't really have the money to go out there and buy probably 99% of the things that we'll have a look at here, but hey, you can still enjoy having a look at it, right? And we'll chat about, I guess, some of the stuff coming up, like the new Nvidia 2060 and stuff like that coming out. But I thought we'd just kind of have a look through here. We've got the very first thing that I think was I think we've seen it before, or at least it's been announced before, but it's the rollable OLED TV from LG. LG are, I'd say, probably up there with Samsung as the best TV manufacturers at the minute. Sony as well, probably pretty high up there. And all of them are constantly trying to outdo the other, company with their new thing. And LG has this rollable TV screen. So you may already have heard about like this kind of technology that's coming, where you're going to be able to fold your kind of phones or your touchscreen devices and things like that. And I guess it's a similar technology that goes into this kind of TV. So if you imagine this TV would rise up, you to get yourself full-size TV, and then when you are watching it or whatever, it can just roll down. I think I've seen that most of the screenshots you kind of see of it are at the end of someone's bed, if you imagine, like, which I kind of feel like is a bit of a luxury. Like, I don't know, maybe most people probably watch their kind of TV in a lounge, I would imagine. So to spend, tens of thousands of pounds, which is exactly, this thing will not be cheap, believe me, when it first comes out, to spend that just to have it at the end of your bed to watch, an hour or two in bed at night, it seems a little bit kind of extravagant. But again, if you're going to spend that much on a TV screen, I guess it is extravagant. So they're saying latter half of 2019, as yet undisclosed sum. Well, yeah, people are raving about it as well. OLED is the best type of TV you can get basically currently. You can get like the LED kind of TVs, but OLED just has much better kind of colour properties. If you have seen, like, maybe you've got like an OLED phone or something like that, I think the high-end Samsung and Apple phones are OLED, and their colours really do pop. Like, my girlfriend's got the new iPhone and iPhone XS, I think it is, and I haven't, and I am not a big fan of Apple in any way, shape or form, but I was like, damn, that screen is something else. And OLED TVs as well, if you've seen them in the shops, something like that. I don't own one personally, but man, they really pop, they really stand out, so that could be quite cool if that's the way the future's going to go. We're just going to be able to press a button or, put something on our remote, and, our TV will just go up. Then that kind of sounds pretty cool. I guess that CES is also known for having kind of crazy, wacky things coming. This being one of them, which is the Hyundai Elevate. Why couldn't they have just called it the Elevate? But is it the Elevate? Is that, I don't know anyway. I think it is Elevate. Sorry, I'm going mad. Basically, it's a car, so this will kind of sit down on the wheels and drive it around, and it can also walk as well. So it's idea for, designed for rescuing people, for getting over tricky terrain and things like that. Whether or not it ever exists, I don't know. But a lot of things at kind of CES are also a kind of a glimpse into the future, I would say, where they're not things which are possibly going to come out in the next few years, but maybe someone's looking for a bit further than that and brainstorming ideas right now. So it's not something that's made. We've got some headphones. I guess it's pretty good if you're a swimmer. So allows you to put on headphones which bone conduction headphones, so it looks like they don't go in your ear, they kind of go over your ear, which is crazy. They're completely waterproof, and you get 4 gigabytes of MP3 storage. $150 doesn't actually sound crazy if you are like a proper swimmer to do that, and 4 gigabytes doesn't sound like a lot, but if you've just got like music on their MP3s, that is a shit ton of MP3s. I remember when you used to get your Apple iPod, and it was like 128 megabytes or something like that, crazy. Anyway, that seems okay, I guess, if you're a big swimmer. I'm not a big swimmer, so maybe not. The Quolo, the concept by Japanese University of Tsukuba, is one of the finalists in the Toyota Mobility Unlimited Challenge. It stands out not just for its futurist bentless transformer-like exoskeleton, but its practicality. It morphs from wheelchair-type transport to an upright mode. That's kind of cool. So I always imagine, and I don't know because I haven't spent any amount of time in a wheelchair, but I always imagine one of the things which probably gets to people in a wheelchair is that people constantly look down towards them because they're sitting down, and I always feel a bit awkward when I'm serving someone in a wheelchair or talking to someone in a wheelchair, because you're kind of higher up, and a lot of the time people will kind of kneel down or something like that. But I've got bad knees, so I don't do that. So this kind of sounds cool if it kind of sits up and then they can kind of stand, if you like, and talk to someone or something like that. That sounds like a really cool thing. The Quicks by IHMZ and Moyolan, another finalist in the Toyota Mobility Unlimited Challenge. It's also an exoskeleton, but designed to aid walking rather than replace it. It has motors at the hips, knees and ankles. It's said to deliver the mobility, safety and independence that current exoskeletons cannot. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Exoskeletons gotta be a thing which is coming in soon, right? It's got to be. It would be awesome to see people who haven't been able to walk maybe their entire life be able to walk. That'd be awesome. So this seems like a child's toy that someone has made for adults. So you can now live out your Mario fantasies with your own cart. Segway. Wow, 9-bot. Oh, okay, so it's by the company who brought Segways, now making this. Max speed of 15 miles an hour. You'll be able to go where you want. It's range about 9 miles, but it's not street legal. Again, you'd have to be, I guess $1,300, right? It's not a crazy amount of money for something like this. I say that as someone who obviously wouldn't buy it, but what I'm saying is if you were rich enough to want your own little go-kart like that, $1,300, not a lot. I feel like they could have charged 3 times the amount, because people who are going to waste that amount of money probably have way more than that to waste. So yeah, it would be pretty cool though if you had a little estate or whatever and you could just drive around in it. Better than a golf buggy, I guess. Wireless charging grips from Nintendo Switch. This wirelessly charges your Joy-Cons while you play using the company's $100 power spot. Give me a break. Who uses their Switch controllers that much that they run out of power? These things last for ages. Unbelievable. The Nubia Red Magic Mars. Okay, so it's like a gaming phone. It has touch buttons shoulder. I think gaming phones are really going to start to come back as a thing. Like, they did go away for a long time, but I feel like with the explosion of Fortnite and PUBG and games like that, and there's going to be many more, like, you know, if they keep the price reasonable, which I guess for a phone is not unreasonable, 300 quid, you know, because it'll be aimed at, you know, children, not children, I guess younger people, I should call them, then it's probably makes sense, doesn't it? You know, I've tried to game on my phone and I just can't get into it, other than something like Hearthstone. It just doesn't make it. I just can't get into it personally, and I'm obviously a big video game player. But there you go. The Coolpad Dino, a big colourful smartwatch for kids between 4 and 9 years old. The Dino Kid Tracker is a fun watch that lets kids call or text pre-approved contacts on the go. Also has an SOS button for calling emergency contacts on 911. Shipping at the end of January for $149 plus $10 per month for the core service plan. I think that actually sounds pretty good. So it says Kid Tracker, so I assume it allows you to track where your kids are, all that kind of stuff. It seems pretty good. Yeah, better than your kid running around with a phone, I guess. Yeah, 4 to 9 years old. I guess $149 is not crazy expensive again. It's quite a lot for a watch though, to be fair. The smart diaper sensor. Nah, I'm good. The Razer turret for Xbox One. Why on earth does somebody want a bloody smart Bluetooth sensor attaches to the outside of the diaper and detects the presence of liquids or solids? It sends an alert to the lucky person responsible for changing it. It will arrive in Huggies starting in April. Give me a break. Who asked for that? Come on. The Razer turret for Xbox One. So the Xbox One is now beginning, well, it is now accepting keyboard and mouse as an input, but only certain approved keyboard and mice, which is a bit weird, but okay. And one of the things kind of released purposely for it is called the Razer Turret, which is what you can see here, which is the keyboard, plus this kind of mouse pad, and then the mouse itself. It's all wireless as well. You know, it's mechanical keyboard and all that malarkey. I'm sure it lights up as well, with the whole Razer Chroma stuff, you know. It's expensive though, 250 quid. If you're buying that for PC, like say you spent £100 on a keyboard, which is probably an average price. You can certainly get mechanical keyboards with lights cheaper, but say an average price for a keyboard and a wireless mouse. Well, I got my wireless mouse for like £60. It's a Logitech 705, I think, something like that. And it's awesome, by the way. And then yeah, just a mouse pad. So it has got a premium, I guess, of like maybe £70, something like that. But my other side of it is, should this be allowed? Should mouse and keyboard be allowed on console? Because the whole idea of, I guess, console in a way is that everybody's got the same thing. Like, you're all using a controller. So, especially in first-person shooters, you've all got the same handicaps and the same, you know, plus sides, I guess, as opposed to using a mouse and keyboard. Like, if you go and use a controller on PC to play first-person shooters competitively, you will die. Like, you will just die straight out, okay? I don't care how good you are on the console, someone with a mouse and keyboard will wipe the floor with you. Any semi-competent person with a mouse and keyboard. It's just not the same. So, should it be allowed? You know, I hear that they might be bringing in a thing where people with mouse and keyboard, especially on the bigger games like PUBG and Fortnite, will be filtered into just playing with people who are on, like, mouse and keyboard only, which I think is fine. But then I'm like, why don't you just buy PC? Doesn't really make any sense, I guess, from a point of view of like, hey, I really like playing mouse and keyboard first-person shooters, but I don't want to spend £800 on a PC, so I'm just going to spend 250 quid on a mouse and keyboard which works my Xbox One X or whatever. I kind of see that, but is that necessarily a majority or what? I don't know. I guess it maybe opens up the floor to more games like RTS essentially require a mouse and keyboard. You know, it's almost impossible to play something like Halo Wars with a controller. It's not impossible, obviously, because it came out on Xbox. But what I'm saying is, it's difficult. So I like it, but also I kind of think, why? you know. But I guess it's there as an option. If as long as they manage it properly, it should be okay. The Royale Flexible QWERTY keyboard. I've seen a lot of these things, to be fair. Connect via Bluetooth. Sorry, you press on it, it connects up. I kind of feel like you'd be better off getting one of the foldable keyboards, which kind of folds up, rather than a roll-up one, because then at least you get some physical buttons to press. This, you're just literally tapping on a surface. Yeah, I don't know. I guess for some people it might be useful. But who knows? I guess it depends how much it costs as well. So LG's jumping into the 8K fray with an 88-inch OLED TV. Wow. 8K LCD is 15 grand. Samsung's 85-inch, so it costs less than 3 times as much. Wow. Oh, and that's an LCD, so yeah, they're saying, wow. But I mean, if you've got the cash, I guess that's the way to go. An OLED 8K TV. Is there even any 8K content right now to play on it? Crazy. Robot vacuums, yes. I guess $2.99. When you think of the world of vacuum cleaners, yes, it's preposterous. Okay, you can pick up a decent vacuum cleaner for like 40 quid. But when you compare it maybe to a Dyson or something like that, and if you're thinking, well, I just can't be asked to hoover, maybe it starts to make sense. Yeah, Iron Pie is a really cool name, actually. Iron Pie. I like that name a lot, as it says there. How great a name is that? I'm sure we'll all have one day, won't we? Mixed reality glasses. You just look like an idiot, buddy, I've got to say. A poor man's tiny Magic Leap pair of goggles you strap on that overlays video images into the real world to bring down the size of the frames. And realize taking a process up and attach it via cable. Wow, yeah, that's going to go down well. Yeah, that's not going to sell, sorry. Also, why make it orange and black? Like, to make the whole thing black. Miracle Grow 12. Oh god. Don't tell me it's like the smart flowers. The idea that we can connect everything to our phone is really blossoming at this year's show. And the Miracle Grow 12 proves it. Designed to make indoor planters easy. Just pick some seeds, throw them in one of 4 pots and let the hydroponics do the work. It can talk to an app via Bluetooth to let you know when the greens need watering and any other action you may need to take. No green thumb, no worries. $300 for a fucking plant pot. Give me a break. Wow, the Harley Davidson Livewire electric motorcycle. Well. To get the first product from American Saber Harley Davidson, you have to shell out a lot of greenbacks, almost 30,000 of them. Livewire has been developed for years, but CES finally got a price, now available pre-order. Wow, that looks cool. An electric motorbike sounds pretty cool, actually. I guess. I mean, I don't know, but if you think about like Teslas nowadays have really good kind of like mileage and things like that, but because this is a lot lighter, I guess maybe you're going to get good mileage from this as well, even though you're going to have way less battery space. Either way, electric cars and bikes are going to be the future without a shadow of a doubt. So I, for one, embrace our new overlords. The GoSun Fusion Solar Cooker. Day is done, gone, the sun. That's no problem for this solar cooker when the company says can feed a family of 5 in the dark and stormy weather. It works by using parabolic reflectors to focus sunlight into a vacuum tube, converting almost 80% of it into heat up to 550 degrees. That tube keeps the food hot too. Look for it in April, $499. I guess if you're one of these people who's big into like, survival stuff, or feel that there's an apocalypse coming, which you might not be wrong, but if you're one of those people, that's a good $500 spent. If you don't, I mean, what worries me is it seems to plug in somewhere. So how does that work? But hey, if it's just literally, can just cook your food up to 500 degrees, that's cool. We will eat I'm not so keen on these kind of like moving robots, but it can even bring you nurture. Jesus Christ, it's an Echo Show on wheels. Yeah, that seems about right, doesn't it? It's like an armless robot butler. It connects to your home Wi-Fi at full charge. It costs you 1,500 quid. I mean, if I was rich, I'd buy all this stuff just to play around with it, honestly, because it's just cool. The Halo baby monitor, that looks incredibly scary. No longer confined to the realms of Beyonce's song, you can now even let your baby see your Halo with Motorola's new monitor. The 1080p camera connects to the side of a crib or cot, hanging over the top so you can keep an eye on your little ones. It also features infrared night vision of up to 10 meters. Not content just watching over the kids, the Halo will also project virtual light mobiles for the cherubs to marvel at. $250. You can add a monitoring scheme for 300. I mean, some people just love this shit, don't they? And, you know, if you're again rich, you'll be buying that, I'm sure. Sound Brenacorn, a metronome. Don't leave home without it. A smartwatch for musicians packs a vibrating metronome, decibel meter, magnetic tuner, and other music tools. For instance, you can switch off a wrist strap bass and use it to tune a guitar, bass, and violin. It measures the strings vibrations to find the right notes. You can pre-order it now for $229, which converts to roughly £180, or it seems incredibly expensive for something probably not many people ask for. I'm not a musician myself, but I don't know how useful that would be. If you are, would you really be able to justify that much buying something like this? And then even if you were a rich musician, like you were a famous rich musician, you just have like people who tune all your stuff for you anyway, so what's the point? The R-Pure Nano Mask, okay, that's sweet, that's cool. Not only can this mask filter out the exhaust that urban runner and cyclists face, it will probably scare off any potential muggers. It's comprised of a filter and a mask that holds the filter. That's the glowing part. It's available in Europe now for $170, which converts roughly to 150 quid. I mean, it's exceptionally expensive, but just for the cool factor alone, like, people would be scared shitless of you if you're coming down the street in a dark night like that, which would be worth the price in itself. HTC Vive Pro I. You can't tell, but inside HTC's newest VR headset, she's rolling her eyes and the Vive is tracking them. Okay, cool. I'm a big fan of VR. I just feel like it's falling off a cliff at the minute. The biggest problem, I've done a video on VR before, back when like the Rift came out and the Vive, and like I have a Rift. It's awesome. It's incredible. The experience you get, but it's not ready yet to kind of replace it. It's still early, you know. I think 5 to 10 years time, it will just be something everyone is using, but not quite yet. ADOC, we've seen these before, projectors that claim to make any surface a touchscreen. This one looks like it actually works though. It's a tiny window system that really does feel responsive to use. Okay, yeah. I guess for someone that's useful. ChronoLife is hoping to help those who are diagnosed with chronic or congestive heart failure to anticipate potential medical emergencies with its ChronoLife vest. The vest claims to measure 6 key psychological stats in real time: physiological, sociological, physiological, Jesus Christ. It's just a word, Phil. Physiological stats in real time, not psychological. Combined with machine learning, it hopes to predict the likelihood of an oncoming heart attack. Hey, 180 quid, that could save people's lives. That seems pretty cool. That seems very cool. The Grove X Love It. What the hell is that? Buy yourself some wholesome love with Love It, a combination robotic cuddly partner and creepy surveillance cam. Its big expressive eyes have dilating pupils, who asked for that, and it moves around on 2 wheels and wiggles its cute little arms. According to the company, it begs for attention and gets in the way. Just buy a dog. For Christ's sake, it's £4,000. Guys, it's £4,000. Buy a dog. Adopt a dog. Fucking hell. Why are we so obsessed to have things like this? Just buy a dog. Wilkinson Breadbot. A toaster to Wilkinson paired together this fully automated bread making machine. $100,000 for a 5-year lease. Okay, so it's like something for a production place, I guess. I mean, things like this do kind of worry me, because you think like baking is a bit of an art, and are we just going to take that away from bakers, by just doing this? I don't know. Okay, here we go. You think it's a 98-inch 8K TV would be called the Wall, but Samsung ought to use that moniker for the first home-size micro LED TV, a mere 75 inches, but still the biggest 4K micro LED TV to date, and an indication that the next generation TV technology is almost ready for prime time. Samsung intends to ship a micro LED TV this year. No price or availability as yet. No, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Okay. I don't know how big my TV is actually. I think it's 40. I think it's 50 inches, but that feels small, doesn't it? The Ozbot Tail. The theme of the early decades 21st century seems to be ways to put yourself in the picture. The Ozbot Tail, a clever little 3-axis camera, makes it easy for vloggers to get the right shots with an auto-direct feature that tracks you as you move. Does anybody else feel like vlogging is kind of like on its way out a little bit? I know that sounds weird, because like some of the biggest channels on YouTube are vloggers, but I kind of feel like it's so saturated, the market now in vlogging, and everything's just been done to death. Like, the whole vlogging thing is not even, like, I'm sure, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of channels out there which are, genuine. There's more that are just complete and utter, like, nonsense, and it kind of, I don't know, I just feel like, I feel like vlogging was a cool idea, but as usual, human beings ruined it. But there you go. The Next Optic Double Take. Birders take note. Next Optic adds zooming zipper to binoculars with dual lenses to make it easier to find and focus on distant subjects. They'll also offer wireless connectivity to your phone, GPS, 4K video, 12 megapixel photos, and audio. Okay, that seems cool. It's probably going to cost like $6,000, but yeah, it seems cool. The Garmin Vivo Active 3. I think smartwatches are now becoming more of a thing, aren't they, right? I remember a few years ago they were really a bit of a nonsense, but now I think, yeah, they're probably going to go mainstream fairly soon. That looks like a pretty smart design. I quite like the look of that. You can download to play music over it as well. No pricing is available yet. Why would you need to download music on it? Would you not have your phone? Okay. Oh, the Asus ROG Mothership, or ROG Mothership, I guess, stands for Republic of Gamers. If Samsung's gaming beast doesn't float your boat, maybe Asus's new model will. Maybe it will show the Samsung laptop soon. It looks a little bit like, it looks a bit crappy in that photo, but it's a lot better than that in real life, I will say that much. So this is their new kind of thing where it's similar to like a similar design, I guess, to like the Microsoft Surface, where you kind of connect a keyboard to it. With this, all the processing and stuff is in behind the screen, that allows them to make the thermals a lot better, because if anybody uses laptops on a regular basis, like, you have to kind of be careful what you put them on, because a lot of the air is sucked in through the bottom and maybe exhausted at the sides, and if you block that bottom, by putting it on anything kind of like fabricy or anything like that, then just having it on your lap, for example, you can overheat your laptop, which would be bad news for it. So having it at the back kind of makes sense, that you have this little kickstand for it as well, and this keyboard can actually be used wirelessly as well, so that's kind of cool. And it's a beast of a machine as well. It's a very high-end machine, so it's a proper gaming computer. It's going to probably cost an absolute fortune though, a Jabra Elite. I'll tell you what, I recently picked up some Bluetooth headphones, because I just got fed up with having wires on my headphones, because they just seem to catch on everything all the time, and they're just kind of annoying and stuff like that. So I did invest in some Bluetooth headphones. Not anything particularly special. They were just some Sony ones. They cost me about £40, and the sound quality on them is not incredible. Like they're nowhere near as good as like a £40 pair of actual headphones, connected headphones. But it's fine, and I use it for my commute and listen to podcasts and YouTube videos. So I don't need to have that like audiophile quality to listen to music and stuff like that. And honestly, it's really useful. If there is like a I don't know, like a if in the future we're obviously going to move towards them. I think that's a given. They're going to get rid of headphone jacks in phones. And in the future, I think if we go to them, it's going to be good. Like when they improve the sound quality and stuff like that, it'll be really good. And I'm sure, like for these like £300 ones, yeah, the sound quality is probably great. I'm just saying, from a cost benefit of like, if you had £100, you're like, okay, you could buy £100 worth of Bluetooth headphones or £100 worth of actual headphones. Which one's going to give me the best sound quality? Without a doubt, the non-Bluetooth ones would be better. This woman's face, Jesus. Tired of being keeping awake by your snoring partner, endlessly staring at the ceiling while you try to get back to sleep. The Hypnos sleep mask asked to ease that problem. I should get one from my girlfriend, actually. The mask pairs with an app that listens to you while you sleep to determine whether or not you're starting to snore. Once it detects a snore, it uses a built-in accelerometer to determine your sleeping position and vibrates to get you to move to a less snore-inducing position. That doesn't solve the problem. It increases pressure when you exhale. Okay, fine. I mean, sure. The HP Omen X Emporium 65 big format gaming display. It's on the pricey side at £5,000. Oh, you could say that, yeah. But the 65-inch Nvidia BFGD brings gaming quality performance. 144Hz refresh and G-Sync in addition to HDR to the big screen. It doesn't say what resolution it is. 100%. If it's not 4K, then that is a disgrace. Imagine it would have to be though, right? I mean, 65-inch gaming display is ridiculous. But yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, okay. It's ridiculous. Think your wardrobe's boring? Sphero's Spectrums doesn't. The ring lets you hear colours. It responds to tapping via an accelerometer that samples colour through its sensor. Turn your closet into a party. Spectrums are made to work with multiple rings at once. What the hell is the point of that? I don't even get it. Fight Camp. If you've ever had the yen to punch a smart device, here's your chance. The Fight Camp Smart Fitness System is designed for boxing at home. You get the punching bag, gloves, hand wraps, and exercise mat for $995. Progressive side of the thing. Good luck, mate. Good luck. Just go to a gym, for Christ's sake. The UberTech Walker. Last year, Walker grew a pair of arms in 2019, but it's close to the robot's future we've envisioned since the mid-20th century. They're coming, ladies and gentlemen. The robots are coming. Yes, they are. There's no proper screen on the Looney, My Fabulous Storyteller, and no Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa. Instead, Kids Craft Store in a Mad Libs kind of way, choosing the hero, the setting, another character, and an object. Then one of 48 stories with elements, plays. Each story is 3 to 7 minutes long. You can download 100 stories online. That actually sounds quite good for 55 quid. That sounds really cool. I like the sound of that, actually. Yeah, I think kids would probably be well into that as like a bedtime kind of story type thing. And like you can download new ones as well. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I like the look of that. The Spec Case E. Once you pass that, oh my god, could it be any cuter? Oh god. Aspect of the Spec Kid Tough iPad case. You can appreciate the clever design. It sports arms that you can use for better gripping. Or they're like solid. Or wrap around car seats, van. Right, okay. Yeah, I see. You'll be able to get it by the end of March for $40, compatible with the last generation of 9.5. Yeah, $40, I guess. The new Hero IQ Buds Max. New Hero Era touts the IQ Buds Max as the first intelligent earbuds to feature active noise cancellation. What does that mean? Practically, the Era suggests that its proprietary ear ID system works like an audiologist in a box. Okay, fine. $500 to $600, yeah, whatever. Moving on. Withings Move ECG. Withings' newest fitness watch adds the ability to take electrocardiograms using abbreviated EKG. Man, I don't get the obsession people have with like fitness things. It's like this. I understand, going to a gym, doing all that, but that level of obsession with it, unless you're a professional athlete, I don't get as much. I kind of get that some people want to improve, they want to do marathons, they want to do things better, and I guess what gives them an edge works, but it does seem like gimmicky, doesn't it, a little bit. The Ergonoid. Anything that purports to adjust your brainwave gets an automatic cool label slapped on it. If it does so to help you sleep better like the Ergonoid, that's just some yummy gravy. It's a headband and app combo that uses, I'm not even going to, EEG, electroencephalogram patterns to deliver feedback to teach you how to produce sleep-enhancing brainwaves. Oh, whatever. Nonsense. Samsung's Q900 8K. Samsung gives new meaning to the words home theatre 85-inch Q900 8K TV. Announced in late November, has a humongous 98-inch brother. Perfect for those empty 7-foot walls of yours. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. That looks like a CPU water cooler, like base, for Intel motherboards. What is it? It's just a watch. Runs completely off solar power and body generated heat. It doesn't look too bad either. Yeah, seems alright. I guess 160 quid's not worth. You can pre-order it now on Indiegogo, and it will cost 400. Oh, so that makes sense. You can pre-order it now for 200 quid, or you can pay $400, $500 nearly later on. Copy of a crappy display though, by the looks of it. Like low resolution, but I guess if it runs off solar power and body heat, it's not too bad. What is this? This clever device lets you trim your teeth brushing time to 10 seconds. You add toothpaste, position the wire brush in your mouth and turn the motor on. What is this? You make a chewing motion for 5 seconds, after which you remove it, flip the wire brush and repeat. And unlike the usual quirky device we see at CES, this one actually started to ship soon in April. And you can pre-order it for $125. I guess a brand new, brilliant looking electric toothbrush will cost you 100 quid, so maybe it's not insane. It just looks ridiculous, doesn't it? I don't get why they didn't just make it like long. So do you hold it like a toothbrush normally? Why make it with this thing which makes it look like a trophy? I guess so it stands up, but it just makes it look really weird. You should have had that like a long, circular, like a tube, like a normal toothbrush. Weird. The Maximus Answer Dual Cam Doorbell. A video doorbell with 2 cameras seem like it should exist already, but up until now we don't think it has. Why do you need 2 cameras? I don't get it. Enter the Answer Dual Cam, which keeps one eye forward and one eye on the package. Oh, okay, there's a camera down the bottom. With its 2 motion sensing 1080p HDR cameras, you can view the 2 camera feed on your phone through the Kuna app, and when someone rings the bell it pings your phone so you can say g'day and tell them where to delicately place your ordered goods. The doorbell is expected to arrive in the second quarter of 2019. I guess that type of thing is all the rage now. The Samsung Space Monitor, that looks quite nice. We've had the monitor arm for the 21st century. It's 27-inch and 32-inch space monitor that's clamped to the back of the workbench, sit flush against the wall when not in use. You just pull them down to any level you need. Space monitors will ship in March. Oh my god, I was about to say, you know what, that actually looks really smart. Are you joking? So do you get the monitor with it? Or is that just the arm? Because if that's just the arm, that is outrageous. That is absolutely outrageous. If that's just the arm, and I have a feeling it probably is. The IQ Vision Check, a Bluetooth powered portable eye test that straps itself to your phone. I guess for people maybe in remote places, or people in, you know, countries where it's difficult to do things like that, that would work well. But I don't see everyone getting one of those. The Asus ZenBook S13, weighing less than 2.5 pounds with a 13.9-inch LED display and 97% screen to body ratio. Those bezels are amazingly thin. Asus' new ZenBook looks to build on the strong foundations of last year's ZenBook 13 with the thinnest bezels in the world. This laptop is practically all screen. Under the hood, there's a NVIDIA GeForce MX 150 GPU. That's not worth your time or effort. And up to 16GB of LPDDR3 and 1TB of SSD storage. That is basically worse than even like a 1050. I think it's a 2GB, the MX 150 graphics card, but it's, put it this way, you're not going to be playing any modern games on it. If you were looking to play Skyrim, and I'm not talking about Special Edition, I'm talking about original Skyrim, it would probably just about play that. But I think for most people, they're not going to be buying this to game on, so yeah, most laptops like this don't even bother having that, so I guess that's a thing. You'll be able to play Hearthstone on it though, so yeah, maybe. The Leo Smart Alert and Ping service. Keep an eye on selected family and friends, not in the creepy literal sense. With the Leo Smart Alert, a colour-changing nightlight that senses motion, sound, temp, humidity and light. The Ping service, launching later this year, connects a smart alert to an app showing the colour-coded status of people you've added to your network. You can tap or get push notifications which are primarily intended for grown children to monitor their parents. Okay, I see. Okay. Right. Yeah, sure. I get it. You know, it gives you warnings about maybe what's going on if you've got an elderly relative or something like that. It could be pretty good. I guess some people out there will find that incredibly useful. Some tech is cool because it feels like a visit from the future, but some tech is cool because it liberates you from problems in the now. D3 falls into the latter category. It's a sensor that helps incontinence sufferers by using changes in your bladder size to warn you that it's time to go. The starter behind it is offering relatively expensive $500 ultrasound sensor for rent if customers want to try it out for $40 a month. Okay, well, I'm sure if that's something you suffer with, this could be a life-changing thing, and I love it when there's things like this, because we often, you might think of people who've got bladder problems, or just things which people don't think about, in a way, without being rude, everybody always focuses on things like cancer and stuff like that, and don't get me wrong, rightly so, it's a horrible disease, but there's lots of people who suffer out there with things which aren't necessarily life-threatening, but are debilitating, and it doesn't allow them to live their life. It's not going to kill them, but it doesn't allow them to live their life. And when things come out that can help those people, regain their life back, that's incredible. So that sounds cool. I'm all up for that. The D-Link 5G NR router. So 5G is coming soon. If you don't know what 5G is, basically it's just faster 4G. They're saying it's going to completely replace your home, Wi-Fi basically, and it's incredibly fast, over gigabit. I don't know when exactly it's coming out. I mean, I guess some are coming out now, but when is it going to actually be as widely available as 4G? I don't know, but it's exciting in a way. One of the things which does frustrate me doing YouTube and streaming and stuff like that is internet connections, and if you can not have to worry about that anymore, then that's incredible, I look forward to those days. The HeatWorks Duo. A watched pot never boils, so don't bother. The HeatWorks Duo heats water to a specified temperature as you pour. No watching, no waiting, no bother. In theory, we're still waiting for the company's last no wait to heat product to ship. Oh, okay. Right, gotcha. Heats water to a temperature as you pour. No watching, no wait. That's weird. The Invention Square Off Chess. Combined robotic magnets, AI plus touch magic to create a physical chessboard designed to be played online. But Harry Potter Water Like Magic is pricey for us muggles. The square off costs $369 for the Kingdom set and $445 for the larger rectangular Grand Kingdom set. So they're all things move themselves around. That's cool. I like the sound of that. Yes, if you're big into chess, you're not going to be put off by that price, are you? The KitchenAid Smart Display. You think a kitchen-friendly smart device would be built to withstand kitchen messes? No clutches here, nope. But it turns out that water resistance is a novelty. KitchenAid comes to the rescue of messy cooks with a splash-resistant entrant into the relatively crowded category. Also offers yummy recipe recommendations. It's slated to stip in the latter half of the year somewhere between $200 and $300. That seems like a lot because the Google something or other. Is it the Google Home or something like that? Basically it looks like the same, but you can watch like YouTube on it, you can do all sorts of things, and it actually seems pretty cool. So I guess maybe the water resistance is a thing, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem for people. Samsung's Notebook Odyssey, all metal chassis, looks quite nice and clean. Brand new heating seam, and it's packed with top end internal components which should help you blitz through a bit of Fortnite. Reckless about. Listen, Fortnite does not require top-end components. Tell that. The notebook's due to go on sale in the US in early 2019. I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't like this design of a hinge, where it's just the bit in the middle and then it flips up like that. Just something about that just doesn't look right to me. I prefer it all the way across, or even those ones which have got like just the 2 hinge either side. I don't like the middle one, but yeah, it might be cool. Ooh, a blue microphone. If you're a serious podcaster, you'll need a serious mic to podcast with. Enter the Blue Ember and XLR condenser microphone, designed to block out plenty of ambient noise and costs only $100. There's the Blue Yeti Nanos in the background there, which are pretty cool. I guess that could be alright. That seems very entry level for Blue though, at $100. Very entry level. Sure, MV88 Plus has everything you need to start recording better quality video with your phone, along with a Manfrotto mini tripod and phone clamp. The kit uses a Shure condenser microphone that promises to capture high quality audio. That seems cool. Like for people wanting to start out on YouTube, I get it's quite expensive, but if you buy XLR camera nowadays, the quality of something like an iPhone camera nowadays is really good, and it's just the audio that's a problem. So I guess you can get an XLR and you can get an external microphone for it. For someone like Rode for like 50 to 70 quid will get you a pretty decent one. But I guess then you have to buy a tripod, and then the XLR camera itself is probably 300 quid. So I'd like it to be less than that personally, but yeah, I guess maybe. If that was priced $150, I'd be like, yeah, that's awesome for someone starting out on YouTube. But there you go. So that's our look through those products. I just wanted to see if we had anything else interesting that we had missed. A wireless turntable, very cool. A laundry folding machine. Wow, the Foldy Mate. It's got a good name. $1,000. Yeah, okay. There's that Samsung Odyssey again. So a 15-inch laptop has a 1080p display running 144Hz. That doesn't seem very high-end. It's not very cash money of you, especially if you're putting an RX 20 series thing. It's first to feature the new 2080 RTX, but you're using a 1080p display. Oh yeah, good moves. Intelligent toilets. Cool. You can go away. iTunes on Samsung TVs. Oh yeah, I heard about this. Samsung and Apple are like teaming up, so you get iTunes now on Samsung TVs, which is weird because Samsung and Apple are like massive rivals in the mobile phone market. But hey, there's that baking thing. I tell you what, that does look really smart though, doesn't it? That looks like something from Willy Wonka's factory. There's the mothership again. So it's got a sizable 17.3-inch 1080p display with 144Hz refresh rate, 3 millisecond response time, and G-Sync. It's got a 2080 GPU, i9-8950HK, both overclocked. What's the point of overclocking on a 1080p display? That is insane for me. Like a 2080 is the equivalent probably to my graphics card, a 1080 Ti. Okay, my graphics card will demolish anything at 1080p. Like, it might be 144 hertz. I'm gonna be getting 200 to 300 like frames per second on like the games which people would be playing where they want a high refresh screen, like Battlefield or something like that. If I'm playing at 1080p, it's such overkill. Like I don't know why laptops nowadays don't have 2K displays, like 1440p displays. They either seem to have 1080p or 4K. Like, that's your option. Why is there not 1440p, 120 hertz, refresh? I don't get it. I don't get it. But maybe there's a reason. The reason is probably because they want to rip you off. But hey, that's laptops for you. LG Cinebeam Laser 4K. Oh, this is cool. So this is like a projector, but it's a laser projector. Working in cinemas, this sort of thing does interest me because I think I saw, maybe it was last year's CES, they were talking about ones perhaps being in actual cinemas, so building ones which are large enough to actually, work in a cinema, and that could be pretty cool because one of the things about cinemas that probably people don't even think about is a cinema is huge, okay? Not just because of the auditoriums, but because it needs all the other stuff around it, okay? And if you can kind of eliminate the projection side of it by just having a projector, in the screen, as it were, you can actually save quite a lot of real estate, and you could find that cinemas popping up in areas where perhaps they couldn't pop up before, so it could be interesting, definitely, that sort of technology coming through. The LG Clio Suitbot, designed to power up users' legs. Cool. That actually looks pretty cool as well. Looks like something from Mass Effect. There, we've seen that one already. Another doorbell, because who doesn't need doorbells? The Matrix Power Watch, that's the one we've seen, isn't it? That looks better in that picture than it did in the other one. That looks really good. The other picture did not look so good. Okay, yep, 4K. It looks good. Why do you want Alexa in your, or Google Assistant in your headphones? I don't know. Oh, yep, there we go. That's the Duo Carafe. And then I guess we'll just have a little look-see here. That's the foldable displays you're now going to be seeing as well, which are pretty cool. Entry-level smartwatch. That looks disgusting. Okay, Dream Drive. Philips Hue. Philips Hue, for me, seems like a massive rip-off at the minute, but maybe it will come down in price one day. I guess it's good for... Okay, they're doing outdoor lighting as well. That seems pretty cool. Alexa is coming to Razer gaming peripherals because, everyone asked for that, didn't they? Google Assistant is now in your bathroom mirror. Awesome. Actually, honestly, to tell the truth, that kind of sounds cool to be. You see that in like sci-fi musics, when they're looking in the mirror, brushing their teeth in the morning, and it's got like the little weather report and stuff like that. And yeah, even stream YouTube. Okay, I'm down for that. Actually, I'm very much down for that. That sounds really cool. Completely over the top, and I'm sure it will cost you so much money, but yeah, I'm down for that. Galaxy S10, 5G for Samsung. The S10 isn't at CES. Netgear Orbi packs the latest Wi-Fi tech. Okay, they look pretty smart little hubs. Quite like the look of them. Nikon camera. That's the high-end walking car, as you can see. Looks cool. Under Armour True Wireless Flash in-ears could make you a better runner. Oh yeah, okay. I'm sure they could. Oh, that's the ones we saw before. You place them on your temples, the music will vibrate through your skull. Whoa, that sounds horrible. Intel have announced its first 10nm processors. Cool. Yeah, we got new Intel processors coming. Not really a big surprise there, but that's the next gen HD5. That's the 98-inch QLED 8K TV. Oh god, that's those horrible things. McAfee, the Google Assistant will let you secure your smart home with with your voice. Cool. Asus announces ROG Zephyrus X GX 701 Ultra Thin Gaming Laptop. This is like the thinnest gaming laptop I think you can get. It is pretty stunning, but I don't like the position of the mouse, mat and keyboard personally. I think it's the sort of thing you could get away with where you could use it for work or something like that as well. But Huawei's MateBook 13 could be an AirBook killer. The MateBook is actually a really nice laptop. Yeah, it's that screen. Oh, so this has a 2K resolution to screen. You never see that in gaming ones though. 13.3-inch 2K touch display. That's pretty nice. It's not crazy expensive either, to be honest with you. £1,000 for something like that is like the equivalent MacBook would be way more than that. Way more. That would be like 1,500 plus, wouldn't it, for a MacBook? Asus Flip. So Asus Chromebooks. If you don't know what Chromebooks are, they're like think of them as like a giant Android phone in a way. In that they are essentially a laptop, but they don't run Windows. They run Google Chrome OS, which does everything basically your phone can do essentially. So the newest ones, they can access the Play Store, so you can play anything or do anything that you would on the Play Store. You know, you can access all your word processors and all that type of stuff, so you can do all your work on it. You can obviously go on the internet on it, watch YouTube, stuff like that. It's just not going to have the versatility, I guess, or compatibility of some things like Windows that some things will have to have, and also they're generally not as powerful as laptops because they're only having to run OS, Chrome OS. But some of them are getting new AMD ones as well, which is pretty cool. Like, you couldn't game on a Chromebook, it would be virtually impossible other than mobile games or like Hearthstone. The EVA Light Strip takes on Philip Hue, but the other good thing about Chromebooks is they're incredibly cheap. So they're like £200 to £300 usually, and they're incredibly light and small. So you know, this is pretty good. If you didn't have a lot of money, you literally just wanted to use a laptop for maybe doing a little bit of work, like on whatever the Google equivalent of Excel and Word is, browsing the internet, watching Netflix. They're pretty good for that. Honestly, I've owned one before. They're really good. The Arlo DIY system. Yeah, BlackBerry want to make your smart speaker more secure. I'm sure they do. Don't like that notebook. This is a piece of wood that has a smart display in it because we all asked for that, didn't we? Alienware M17 is this, and lightest 17-inch laptop. Yeah, I don't like this aesthetic on the Alienware laptops. I don't like Alienware laptops. Like, aesthetically, they're usually massively overpriced, but I don't like the aesthetics of them personally. Razer announces new Blade 15 gaming laptop with NVIDIA RTX. The Razer Blade laptops are very nice. They are also incredibly expensive. They are the Apple MacBooks of the gaming computer world. The Acer Triton 900 is a revolutionary gaming laptop because the screen moves. Don't get me wrong, it's a beast though. G-Sync 4K up to an RTX 2080. Yeah, that's a hell of a beast of a machine. But also, who asked for that? I don't know. HP has started to make some decent gaming things, I'm beginning to get impressed with them. They used to just be known as like this boring kind of company, but their kind of Omen series are actually, they're looking pretty nice, not gonna lie. They have some nice aesthetics towards them. Still a bit overpriced, but you kind of expect that, to be fair. RTX mobile graphics bring ray tracing to gaming laptops. Yeah, we know the new RTX cards are going into gaming laptops, and here the RTX 2060. So the RTX 2060, you may already know that the RTX 2080 Ti, the 2080 and the 2070 are out at the minute, which is the new range, and they have very mixed reviews in that they are incredibly overpriced. They are without doubt very powerful, and without doubt comes at a huge performance hit to the point of like halving your frames per second, if not more. And it's also only like compatible with very few games. Like the only game I can actually think of offhand is Battlefield 5. It's the only one. Okay, so they're saying the RTX 2060 was capable of playing Battlefield 5 at ultra settings and RTX on at well over 60 frames per second, thanks to DLSS also being enabled, which is like the AR system, the AI system. Sorry, it uses to help. But that's going to be at 1080p, I would imagine, which you know, I think if you're running a 2060 $350 graphics card, I don't think the ray tracing is really worth it as a thing. So they're saying this is $350, okay, or $350, 270 quid. Now the equivalent in performance. Now there hasn't been any official kind of announcement yet on what the benchmarks are, but from what people are saying, it seems to run very similar to a 1070 rather than the 1060, as you would imagine. It's kind of more powerful than that. So it's kind of running similar to a 1070. If I look up how much 1070s are nowadays, so if we go sort by price, so the cheapest 1070 I can find is about $330. So if you're saying this is 270, then you're going, okay, this looks like a decent buy. However, what I would say is that without doubt, once this releases, the 1070 is going to go down in price a lot, because they're going to want to run out the supply of that. So there's going to be a lot of offers on 1070s. But it does look good for that price, to be fair. The performance specs and things like that actually seem reasonable. In other things, you know, like for example, the 2080 is slightly more expensive than a 1080 Ti. A lot more expensive when you consider deals and things like that. But it runs at about the same. So yeah, I can see a market for this, but I would hold off and just wait and see what the 1070 drops do right now when this releases. But the other thing is that they're talking in rumours. They haven't announced anything, which they wouldn't, because it would tank this. But there's rumours there's going to be an 1160. Now that would be basically what this 2060 is, but without the ray tracing ability. And seeing as there's only about 3 games out there which actually support ray tracing right now, of which the only one anyone plays is Battlefield 5, I could honestly see that selling way better, and that would be cheaper as well, if you can imagine, because it's not going to have the ray tracing abilities. It's going to be a slightly pared down version, and if it has similar performance to this and is, say, I don't know, $50 or 50 quid cheaper, then that would be the one to get. I think. I'm not sure how many people care about ray tracing. It does look nice, I will say, but it's you know, it doesn't look as nice as probably turning off ray tracing and upping the resolution for the same performance. You know, so if you don't want to go, okay, it's capable of running Battlefield 5 Ultra well above 60 frames per second. Okay, what if you turned RTX off and moved it from 1080p to 2K? Which one's going to look better overall? Occasionally getting an RTX like reflection. For those who don't know what ray tracing is, I mean, you can look up the videos that video put out. It's basically real-time reflections. So, you know, say for example a fire or an explosion goes off in front of you, reflective surfaces will reflect the actual reflection of that thing in like it uses like physics-based reflections, whereas like not modern games, but I guess like the previous version of that uses all sorts of like video trickery to kind of mock it up, and it doesn't look as realistic. It's a very small thing though, I think personally. So yeah, I'd probably wait around and see if there's an 1160 before you put down your pre-order for a 2060. StudioBook S brings workstation performance within a light chassis. Okay, looks nice, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh wow, AI in 2019 TV is great. We're still waiting to hear from AMD, so I might do another video talking about that afterwards because they're going to announce their 3rd generation Ryzen processors and Vega 2 graphics cards, so that could also potentially blow a hole in the market because AMD are known as the much better value company to Nvidia and Intel, so very interested to see what they have to say. Okay. Redefines the term gaming monitor. Does it say what the resolution was? Again, it doesn't say what the resolution is. Soundbar built in. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, sure, that's weird. The one other major thing which hasn't been announced here is Nvidia also announced that they have approved certain monitors that are FreeSync enabled to be used with G-Sync. So if you don't know what G-Sync is, a G-Sync monitor will pair its frame rate with your graphics card's frame rate. What can happen with normal monitors is you can get what's called screen tearing, where you'll see a kind of line go across the screen briefly, and it will the picture will judder slightly. What G-Sync monitors do is they fluctuate their refresh rate with your graphics card's refresh rate, so you don't get that tearing. G-Sync does come at a cost though, and that cost is usually at least like £100 more than a non-G-Sync monitor. I have a G-Sync monitor and it is really good, I will say that much, but it does come at a price. FreeSync is what AMD does, and now Nvidia are saying, hey, actually you can use some FreeSync monitors, and FreeSync don't cost any extra. So you can kind of see, I think Nvidia may be going like, maybe we've milked this G-Sync thing a bit too long, because what came out last year as well, interestingly, was somebody actually like made a mod that allowed them to use G-Sync on FreeSync. So people were like, well, hang on a second, this technology is there in FreeSync, you could do this. And then Nvidia were kind of a bit like, oh, they just worked us out, guys. Time to maybe sort this one out. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So yeah, FreeSync monitors much cheaper. I would say definitely get a FreeSync monitor that's enabled with G-Sync if you have an Nvidia card. It really is worth it. Really is. So yeah, I guess that probably concludes this pretty long video for now. We've got some nice looking mice from Corsair there. Mario Matebook, RTX 2060, Air Charge, AMD, Asus, Canon. You see all the massive companies are there. Oh, that's cute. Anyway, we're going to finish up there. Maybe I'll do another video, you know, at the end of CES, wrap up the stuff we didn't talk about here, but so far it looks pretty cool. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.